broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
We're back! This time, we're back a little bit earlier than we have in the past. We thought it would be a good idea to do a little special edition after show where we break down the teams of the upcoming season of The Amazing Race. But if you're watching AfterBuzzTV.com, you have come to the right place. This is The Amazing Race after show for season 26. I'm your host, James Wallington, and with me again are...
Hey guys, I'm Jessica Carroll, and...
Hey everybody, it is so good to be back. My name is Justin Nichols.
As you can tell, we are so excited to be back, the three of us back with you guys to talk about season 26.
Especially because it's not only season 26, but it's a special type of season of The Amazing Race because it's the first time ever they've done blind date teams.
I'm loving the twist.
I am too. At first I wasn't so sure about it, and I love it now so much, I almost wish the whole cast was all blind dates.
No, but you know what? I like that there's some couples that are already dating and that there's some who have never met before, because now we'll see who's better. People who have already been together for a long time, or two random people that have just met that basically have no choice but to deal with the other person.
Right. So let me say, I wish there were more of the blind date couples than maybe the couples, because I think some of these blind dates are not going to go very well.
Oh, I don't think so either.
No. Well, I think that's why people gravitate towards reality TV. People that are fans of it because it's a huge social experiment. And going back to what you were saying, Jessica, it's going to be interesting to see the 6 teams who are already matched, like they're already in relationships, versus the 5 that are on the blind dates.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it's really anyone's game, and we've had a wonderful opportunity to speak with a lot of previous racers who say the race really does boil down to a lot of luck.
Yeah.
And so it'll be luck of the draw with this season. Ooh. So how have you guys been though? Before we dive in, like let's give our viewers a little update. What's new, you guys?
You start.
I've been missing The Amazing Race, and I cannot wait for it to be back. Of course, we still stay in touch with so many of the past racers, but I'm excited for this new season and a fresh start. Other than that, though, I'm still working hard, hosting out here in LA like you guys, working at TMZ, and that's my life.
Hey.
Cool. Yeah, I've just been super busy with my blog, Dress Jess. Make sure to check it out.
So good.
Still hosting, thank you. Still hosting for LA Live, and right now I'm really trying to find an agent for my hosting career.
So everyone, all the agents out there.
So all the agents out there, hit me up.
Hit her up.
Tweet me, Dress Jess XO. But I have to say, I loved the Oscars last night.
Oh, I haven't watched it yet.
Honestly, I thought it was one of the best. Everyone who received an award spoke, their acceptance speeches were amazing because they really had a passion behind the cause or the storyline of their movies. And I think that had a lot to do with the great movies.
Gotta love Hollywood.
Yeah.
James?
I mean, I really haven't been much up to anything except I danced at Universal Studios over Christmas, which is a lot of fun. Thank you. And I've been vlogging.
I know. I was just going to say, tell everyone about your new channel.
Well, I love to travel, as you guys know. That's why I love The Amazing Race. So I started a little travel vlog called Where's Wallington?
Perfect name.
Yeah, I'm YouTube everywhere that I go. And I've already been to New York and Chicago and Vegas this year. And I'm going to be going on a lot more trips in the upcoming months.
So stay tuned.
Yeah, make sure to check it out. It's so cute. I love the videos. I feel like I'm just coming along with you.
Yes, that's what I hope for people.
Yeah.
Since I don't travel, I just go through your YouTube channel. Thanks, James.
Well, speaking of traveling, let's dive in and meet the 11 new teams of season 26 of The Amazing Race. Let's start off with the pre-existing couples.
Okay.
Let's dive right in with Libby and CJ from Tuskegee, Alabama. What are you guys' first impressions on this couple?
Love them. I love their chemistry. They're funny, easygoing, hilarious, sarcastic, and she's like, I want a ring on my finger. Like, let's do this, and I just need to get married. It's been too long. What are you waiting for, buddy? And hey, girl, go for it. I mean, this will be a great test to see. Clearly but yeah, I like them. What do you think?
Well, I definitely think they have a strong foundation to be a couple on The Amazing Race. You know, they've been together for 10 years. Well, they've been dating for 10 years. They've known each other for 15. And she's definitely out for that ring.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of Rachel Riley on All Stars when she's like, I want baby Brenshaws, and this is hopefully going to bring in a baby. So she's definitely waiting on that ring. It's funny that they're so opposite, too. I don't know if you watched the interview, but with the two of them, he's more, I guess, reserved in how he goes about tasks, where she's more, she says, tends to go off the fly. So that could either help them or hurt them throughout the race, because as we see, it can be really high stress. But what do you think, Justin?
I agree with you, James. So when I watched their interview, the whole time I was like, this is the new Brenchel. Because not only, she wants that ring like Rachel wanted the ring, but also she's very emotional, very sassy, says what she thinks right away, and he's very much, let's think things through first.
Yes.
Let's plan this. And so I think what's going to be great about these two is they're both going to speak their mind. I think there's going to be a lot of tension. At the same time, though, they're a strong couple. They've been together for a long time. So I think they'll last. They could last a while, even though there'll be a lot of fighting with this couple.
Right.
I can't wait for them.
You could tell there'll be a lot of fighting. I mean, even in their 2-minute interview, they were fighting.
Yeah.
But, you know, she says that they're a yin and a yang, and so I like that.
And there's definitely hope for Libby, because on their profile for the question, how can the race change your relationship, CJ did say, I feel like we can make it, if we can make it through the race, we can make it through anything, and then the race could ultimately lead him to propose.
Oh.
Might be a great end of the season if he proposes. Even if they don't win, but just at the final mat, if maybe he would propose to her.
Well,
that'd be great.
There have been some teams in Amazing Race history that have been proposed to.
Really?
On the mat, whether it's when they're eliminated or at the finish line. So it'll be interesting to see if they follow suit with the previous teams on the
Let's
Amazing
hope
Race.
so.
What do you think their hashtag is going to be? Because CJ has already called them Team Southern Hospitality.
Too many letters for
Too many
hashtag.
letters for CBS.
I can't type that long.
Oh, gosh, a hashtag for them? I don't know. I felt like in the interview, she kept saying yin and yang. But
or it could be Team Tuskegee.
Yeah, it could be that. You can't put dating couples, so
there would be like 6 dating couples.
Dating couples.
I don't know.
It'll be interesting to see. Let's dive into hashtag Team Olympians. I think that's the obvious choice. We have Allie and Steven. Allie's from Milwaukee, Steven's from Boston. They're both Olympians. They were both in the Vancouver Olympics and the Sochi Olympics.
Yep.
And that's where they ultimately ended up meeting. Their paths, you know, had crossed here and there, but they finally were able to meet up with one another in Sochi. So what do you guys think of the Olympians this season?
I always think that Olympians, they're competitive. They've competed their entire lives. They're obviously very fit physically, and they even said that they're well-traveled. And I think being well-traveled is a huge bonus in this show. Completely. So I think that they could go pretty far. And even in the interview, it seems like they really communicated well together. They got along. They weren't talking over each other. So I think that they could go really well. And I love the fact that he's a bobsledder, coming as a born and raised Canadian. Both of their sports, she's a skier, and he's a bobsledder, and so go snow sports.
Which is so random because you live in Southern California.
I know.
You're like, I love bobsledding from Santa Monica.
Hey, I've actually been bobsledding before, and
it's
an adrenaline like no other.
So I'm with you, Jess, though. I think, James, this is going to be a team that we have to watch out for because we've had athletes in the past, but these are both, like, bobsledding is such a tight team sport, so the race is very stressful, but they both come from a background where they have dealt with very high stress environments while working with a team.
Right.
So I think that all of that's going to be great. Here's the thing, though, that I'm kind of bummed out about. They said they want great relationships with the other teams. Boring. No, James, I want them to be the team that's so good that they're just like, screw everybody else. I want some drama. I want it to be crazy.
Well,
they did say that.
They did say, I have that down too, they hope to form alliances, but I think that would work to their advantage because they are such a strong team that if they build relationships, people are not going to be inclined to maybe want to U-turn them. So they don't want to come off too threatening, they also want to come off very endearing.
But we had just said in the past 2 or 3 seasons that it's getting a little kumbaya-ish on The Amazing Race right now compared to like much earlier seasons. And so I just hope that this is not a season where everyone is best friends. You don't step on toes. Like, screw that. I want to see some, like, backstabbing and, like, you know, conniving. That's good TV.
Yeah.
I don't know, James.
Oh, I was just also going to add that I think their only downfall is that when Steven was asked about his biggest pet peeve about Allie, he said that when Allie gets stressed out, rather than lean on him for support, she tends to block him out. And I think in an Amazing Race situation, the last thing you want you to have happen is your partner to block you out. So if there's already some communication issues when it comes to stress, that could really hinder them getting to the mat.
Because when you're in those stressful situations on this show, you need to almost open up and lean in for help with your partner. So yeah, that's right.
But I think that they're going to go a long way.
I agree.
Like they would be on one of the top of my list.
Yeah,
for fantasy team.
We'll see. I don't want to say all my cards yet, James, when it comes to drafting later on.
So if you're just tuning in, they're talking about a fantasy team. We did it last season.
It was awesome.
It was awesome, where we each picked 3 teams that we think will get to the top, and then we tallied up each episode. We got points.
I forgot who won last season for the fantasy team.
I don't know.
I think it was me. Just to let you guys know. Pretty
of course,
sure it was me.
That's why he brought it up. That's why he brought it up. So we're doing it again this year, and we're actually going to pick our teams today before even seeing the first episode.
Yep. Which is why we're breaking them down.
Exactly.
Playing the field right now. Let's dive into our next couple, and I like them for being an older, older team. Lyda and Jeff. I like them.
I do too, and just going off how the last team said that they wanted to build good alliances and become friends with everyone. Well, they are already coming up with a strategy.
Talking about the U-turn.
Talking about the U-turn, and they said, you know what? People are gonna underestimate us because of our age. Loved that. And they said that we're just gonna kind of play that card for a little bit, and then when no one expects it, we're gonna U-turn. And I loved that. Like, they're already having that competitive mind, strategy, love it.
Jeff said, we're going to lay low, be underestimated, and when we have to, slam them with the U-turn.
Got it.
I love it. You lay low and all that. And what's also great about them is they've known each other for 20 years.
Right.
They've only been dating for 4.5, but I just think having that connection with someone for 20 years, you know when they need help, you know when they need space, you really know the individual so well, I think that will help them out a long way.
Well, I also think their history working in the airline industry is going to be very advantageous.
Huge.
She's a flight attendant, he's an airline pilot, so they may have like inside knowledge at the airport on how to get the best flight. So hopefully that'll help them in the long run.
Because pilots and flight attendants never get together.
Right.
That's a first. Yeah.
And also, when you're a team like Libya and CJ, and you have something at risk, like she wants to get married. And when you always have that kind of pressure in the back of your head, it could maybe not work to your advantage. Whereas Jeff and Lyda?
I think it's
Jeff and Lyda.
It is Lyda. I put it phonetically, and I put L-I-E-D-A. Lyda.
Okay, so Jeff and Lyda, they're just in it to have fun and win this thing.
Yeah. And they don't really say anything as far as pet peeves or how the relationship will change. They're both
seem cool.
pretty chill.
Yeah, pretty chill.
It's only going to change them for the better. So I think they're more of a positive team that could have like a hero at it.
Right.
I like it.
And I like their age. I like having an older team.
Yes. Let's dive right into one of my favorite teams this season, not only because they're from Michigan, but because they're just very different from, I feel like, what we've seen on a team. Rochelle and Mike.
Love them.
From Kalkaska, Michigan. What do you guys think about them?
So I said I really like them because you're right. They're different and they know it. They have a really sweet story about how he worked, at his famous truck stop. I love that she's a roller derby girl, which translates to me as she will take you down.
Oh,
not just physically, but like she will do what it takes to win. I love that backstory of being roller derby because I'm like, she is going to be a competitor. Because if you ever watched those tournaments of roller derby girls, it's terrifying.
Oh, it's intense.
It's really intense. So I really like it. The only thing that worries me about them is they seem to be so excited about just experiencing the world, and they haven't done that yet, that they said a comment like, of course we want to win, but we really just want to experience the journey. And I'm like, I hope they don't get so caught up in this is so exciting and new for us that they forget how hard they're going to have to compete to win the Amazing Race.
And they've only been together for 8 months. So they haven't really been in a long-term relationship. I feel like over a year that maybe do better. But they even said in their interviews that, communication could be good or bad depending on the situation. And one of his pet peeves that he has with her is that she's really competitive, but not just with herself, but with him. So I don't know if it would detour if he's doing something better than her, if she's going to let it crash and burn. And there's also, when they were doing their interview, there's some clips I've seen of her crying in the back of a taxi cab. So she might be a Brooke.
Yeah.
She might be a Brooke where she just shuts down even though she's a really competitive person.
I have a Brooke and Robbie team, though. There is for sure a Brooke and Robbie team coming
Oh, I know what team you're talking about.
I know exactly
the exact same.
I actually wrote that down,
too. We can call her Brooke, but there is totally a Brooke and Robbie team. Totally.
That's so funny. But I love this team.
And another thing that just popped out was that she mentioned that she's scared of a few things. Like, she's scared of heights and she's a vegetarian. And we know on Amazing Race there's lots of heights involved, and then you have to eat crazy things.
Right.
So that could really get in the way. And he says, well, don't worry, I'll step up. Well, what if
Doesn't always work that way.
Exactly.
And the key to auditioning for reality shows, you never tell producers what you are afraid of, because that's what makes great television, and they will put you in a situation where you're going to have to face that fear.
Yes, so I'm guaranteed that she will be eating meat this show.
So if I ever do a reality show, James, I should go the opposite. I should say I love snakes and I love all this stuff. That way it wouldn't be good TV if they put snakes in front of me. Is that what I should do?
I want to say what you love. I would say something that you love that you...
I actually hate snakes.
Oh.
So is that what I should do?
So
is just say I love them?
No, pick something that you love and say you hate it.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Yeah.
Got it. Well done, James.
Keep going
Manipulative.
All right, our next couple is New Kids on the Block, Harley and Jonathan Knight. Jonathan Knight was a part of New Kids on the Block, and he's running the race with his partner, Harley. They've been together for 7 years. I think they're going to be a strong team. Just because they've been together for so long. They know each other. They know how to push, how not to get on each other's nerves.
Right.
I actually don't have a lot of notes on them from their interview. All I have is seems like a strong couple. So I'm with you, James. I didn't really know him that well from NKOTB, but I think it'll be interesting to see if people recognize him along the way.
Yeah.
We saw very briefly last season that a few people knew who Bethany the Surfer was. So that was a big band for a while. So it's kind of funny to see around the world if people know who he is. If that helps him, maybe hurts him, I don't know.
They seem, especially Harley, seems to be a great motivator.
He is a fitness trainer.
He's a fitness trainer, and so he says, I love to motivate people. So if Jonathan's, just on the last leg and is almost there to get ready to give up, I'll tell him it's okay. Let's do 10 more push-ups. He said. So I loved that side that he seems to he really wants to encourage his partner. So I think that could be very beneficial.
Guys, let's talk about what scares them most about traveling, because it's hysterical. What scares Harley most about traveling is getting kidnapped. Which, if you're taken, we've seen the movie with Liam Neeson. Yeah, that's pretty scary stuff. And then Jonathan, what scares him most about traveling is toilets in third world countries and street meat.
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah, and usually you've seen on The Amazing Race that you had to go to food carts and eat something on there, so it'll be interesting.
Hopefully that fear will go away sooner.
Can we get to Brooke and Robbie now? The new Brooke and Robbie team?
Yes,
James, I'm in love with them.
Let's dive right into the
I really, really like them. Yeah, so their names are Matt and Ashley, right? Yeah.
Yes.
And they are both New York hairstylists. And I did not see that one coming. And
I didn't either.
Matt just seems really high maintenance.
They both are just like Brooke and Robbie. They have that East Coast edge to them. They both just totally pick on each other, and they get on each other's cases. They've known each other for 10 years. Dating for 3, but I love that she really wanted him, and so she told all of her girlfriends that he was gay, just so that she could have
And I also loved that he dated her best friend, then another one of her friends, and then she stepped in and was like, no. He's mine.
I think for entertainment value, this couple could be on the top.
Oh,
as far as, I don't know if they're going to win, but they're going to go, I hope they go a long ways just so that we can just sit back and laugh, just like Brooke and Robbie.
Yeah, and you can tell that they're not taking it that seriously, because pretty much in the interview, all he said was how excited he was just to be on Amazing Race.
Yeah.
There was no end goal, just to be on the show. That's all he cared about.
I think it's funny how he's a master hairstylist, but she's just a hairstylist. What is a master hairstylist?
I don't know.
Does that mean you own the salon and
or maybe
you kind of
he teaches
oversee
classes,
that?
Maybe it's
around the country?
Maybe. I mean,
don't know. We'll have to ask him.
He's just really pretty. He looks really put together, very white teeth, that tan going on, perfectly groomed hair. I just think he's going to be really high maintenance. And it reminds me of Robbie.
So, Matt, if you're listening, what the hell is a master?
What is a master
Let us
hairstylist?
know.
Yeah, we want to know.
I also really liked how in their interview you could tell Ashley was kind of hinting that I really hope that this kind of shows us where, how our relationship's going to go. She kept hinting that hopefully if they succeed, it'll lead to like marriage, and then they even said buying a house. So this money, if they win the $1 million, will help them buy a house.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. I don't know. It's gonna be great TV. I'm really, really gonna enjoy it.
Well, that sums up our couples
Yep.
on this season of The Amazing Race. Before we continue on to the blind daters, make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe on iTunes. Because of you guys, I've always just been a really fun show because we love to interact
Yep.
with all of you.
Big hug.
You give us such great feedback that we love to just hear what you have to say. Your opinions do matter to us. I don't know why my seat keeps getting lower and lower. I'm trying to readjust it. Hold up. Okay, here we go. So make sure you rate, comment, and
Shrinking.
subscribe. Also, copy and paste the link at the top of your browser and tweet this.
Yes.
Share this to everyone you know. Let's keep the views coming in because, last season, we did say if the views ever reach 10,000.
Which one of them did.
But, like, if this reaches 10,000.
Then
Who
you guys can
knows?
tell us. We could like do a dare.
Hold on. This is very important, though. Let's just clarify
very
this
clear.
now, James. So before you guys make me do something really stupid, I feel like I'm always the butt of this joke. Here's what I have to ask you now. With the 10,000 benchmark, does it have to reach 10,000 views before the next week's episode of AfterBuzz, or at any time during season 26, if one of the videos hits 10,000, we do something ridiculous?
I think if one of the videos reaches 10,000.
Yeah, at any
At
time.
any point during
Yes.
Any
the
point.
season. Oh God, it's gonna hit 10,000. Okay.
Yes. Come on, let's have it hit.
If it's consistent, though, then we'll get real crazy up in here.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. But also,
get
as far
turned.
as like the commenting and sharing, I also think it was so cool last season. More than ever, we had people commenting on the YouTube channel and on Twitter. So I really encourage everyone that's listening right now to please be vocal this season and keep up interacting with us because we love The Amazing Race. So we want to talk about it with you, not only on our podcast, but with you all through social media.
We're up here sharing our point of view, and we love hearing your guys' point of view. So share, comment, and tweet us. We love the discussion on Twitter.
Cool.
James is the master tweeter over here.
Let's discuss.
The blind dates.
The blind daters, which is the newest element to The Amazing Race. For the first time ever, teams are being set up.
I love
And
it.
I'm surprised how a lot of them are really excited to almost like find their like new love and
Which is funny. I'm like, I would be more excited at the opportunity to race.
yeah.
It's like The Bachelor meets The Amazing Race because there was one of their girls. She's like, "This could be my husband. Like, this could be the right man." I'm like, I feel like I'm watching The Bachelor, Bachelorette right
Yeah.
now. So
Yeah.
I like the combo.
Speaking of that girl, let's just dive right into that team. Blair and Haley.
That's what I was thinking of.
Haley's the one that's like, this could really be the love of my life. And I appreciate her enthusiasm,
Yeah.
especially because this is a very new twist to
Yeah.
the Amazing Race. So Haley's 28, Blair's 31.
Yeah.
They obviously are both single. They're both from Florida, so that's already a good match for the two of them. He is a physician and she is a registered nurse. So already the compatibility, I feel like, are pretty good. They might have a lot of common interests.
James, I put love them like exclamation mark, exclamation mark. I think the casting got this 100% right.
Absolutely.
So not only are they both in Florida, they're both in medicine, but they're in the same part of Florida. They're very close to each other, so I feel like this could really work location-wise. And they are both very attractive and just, I don't know, like they seem to be responsible and like a cute couple. I think, James, this could be the one that they date after the show.
I can see them being a really successful dating couple as well.
Really?
So-
Oh my gosh, you guys! I almost have a completely opposite.
You're out. You're out of
Views
here,
on these
Jess.
people.
Mute her microphone.
No, and sorry, we're having a little technical difficulties with my microphone.
It sounds fun.
Maybe it knew
Good,
that I didn't
good,
like
yeah,
this team,
you're
but
ridiculous.
no, I think that we have two perfectionists. I don't think they're gonna work very well together because they are both gonna want to be perfect, and I don't know. They're not my fave.
All right,
Wow.
fine. We know who Jess is not drafting
So you
in
guys
this season's
go for
fantasy
it.
team.
I think Haley is just the cutest little thing, and I think Blair is just like an adorable, like nerdy type guy. I don't know. I just hope the best for them. That's all, because I think they're just really cute.
Yeah, no, I think they're super sweet. I'm really surprised that Jess does not think they've been great, and I would love
Right.
to know what our viewers think about this because I think of all the couples they've matched up, this might be one of the best matched couples. So before Jessica can disagree with us, James, let's just go into the next blind date couple. So before she has an opportunity to disagree with us again.
Okay,
So,
let's dive into our other gay couple this season, Bergen and Kurt. Bergen is 23 years old from Sunnyvale, California. He's a human resources project manager. And then we have Kurt, who's 24 from Butler, Kentucky, who's a pageant consultant. I feel like these two couldn't be more opposite.
James, when I
saw them paired together, I was like,
oh no.
What?
Well, earlier on when I was saying, I don't know if all these couples are going to work out, this was the couple I was talking about.
They could be best friends, but I don't see a romantic connection between the two of them at all.
Not only are they on complete opposite sides of the country, but I think that their careers need them on both those sides of the country. I mean, I know that there's pageants on the West Coast. I'm not trying to say that. However, pageants are huge in the South. So to be a pageant consultant, probably in the South. He's in tech. Bergen, he needs to be in Silicon Valley, San Francisco area where he's at.
Right.
And so, I mean, even if they had a great chemistry, I don't see them moving across the country for each other. So what's the point? I don't know.
What do you think, Jess? Bergen and Kurt.
I love the two of them. Love them. I think they're the cutest things.
Opposite.
Well, I agree. I think they're really funny and like they're fun. They're gonna be fun to watch.
No,
Yeah.
but
I
they're
don't
just
even
so
think their
opposite.
personalities will get along with each other friend-wise.
Wow.
I mean, Bergen was like, I'm looking for someone like very masculine, and I think Kurt's the same thing. And
They could be like Will and Jack from Will and Grace.
Honestly, the thing that really stuck out to me was that neither of them have ever traveled outside the United States.
Yeah.
That's like big red sign, like, oh my gosh. But I just like the two of them. Just like you said, I don't know if they're gonna work well together, but you never know. And Kurt said he's never been in a relationship.
Which
I
is
was shocked by
interesting.
that, yeah.
And they're both, I mean, fairly young. We're all in our 20s. And so for me, it's just like, you know.
I don't know. But Bergen, though, says he's always been cheated on. So I think they're having a lot of trust issues.
Yeah.
You know, like they've never dated it or it's been good. I don't know, James,
But
about this couple.
they both do share their same. When they were asked what was like a really proud moment or proud accomplishment that you've had in your life, they both said the exact same thing, that coming out and being honest with their friends and family, they're very proud that they both did that.
Yeah.
So they could, you know, have that bond and connect over something like that. Who knows? I'm excited to see.
I can't wait to see how this goes.
Yeah.
But I'm nervous about the compatibility of this couple. That's what I'm saying.
Well, let's talk about their celebrity crushes just to kind of get an insight as to personalities. Yeah, Bergen says he can't just pick one. So he has Channing Tatum, Tom Daley, and Zac Efron. 3 great choices.
Yes, agree.
Great choices. And then Kurt's just Bradley Cooper, yes, please. And Kurt says that a celebrity that reminds most of him is Carol Channing. And then Bergen says a famous person that reminds him of himself is a mix between Ellen DeGeneres, Oprah, and Melissa McCarthy. That's why I think this team is going to be really entertaining, because they couldn't be more opposite.
No.
Exactly. And those are 3 huge, hilarious, funny celebrities. So he's comparing himself to big time.
Yeah, I'm going to guess they're going to be friends on the race. And I think after the race, I don't think they've hung out since. That's my thing. That's my guess.
All right.
It'll be interesting to find out. Let's talk about our next blind date couple, Jackie and Jeffrey. We have Jackie, who's 27 from Las Vegas, Nevada, who is a professional dancer. And then we have Jeffrey, who's 26 from Tampa, Florida, who's single, of course, and an account executive.
She's a showgirl in Vegas, not a professional dancer.
I picked disaster on this one.
So did I.
Yes,
And
hot mess.
here's why. One, they both have huge personalities,
Yeah.
right? Massive, and they both speak their mind. But here's why I got really nervous. Her main thing was, I need respect. I don't want negative words towards me. I need to be treated well, blah, 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 right? His one thing he was worried about was he doesn't have a filter.
I know.
And I was just like, oh no, he's going to mouth off to her. She's going to lose her damn mind.
Right.
And the whole race is going to be like, I hate you. I hate you. Like, it's going to be nuts.
You guys,
really
I
hope.
can't wait to see this
Fireworks.
all unravel. Oh, I'm so excited.
James, am I going too far? Or
No,
do you think it's
I
gonna be crazy?
100% agree with you guys. They could be like a Tim and Marie almost.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, they're
And
just
then some.
it could work, but it couldn't work, you know, because their personalities are both just.
Watch them like get married at the end of the race, and here
They're
we're
the
like,
one
this is gonna be
couple that works
disaster. Yeah.
But once again, I don't know what it is with these single blind dates. None of them have traveled. Once again, Jeffrey never traveled outside the United States.
It's a lot of them. A lot of them.
Jeez.
So it'll be interesting to see how these individuals fare out in the world.
We're about to find out.
All right, let's talk about the next blind date team, and that would be Jelani and Jenny. Jelani is 32 from New York, New York, and he is a lawyer. And then we have Jenny, who's also 32, but on the opposite coast from LA, and she's a blogger slash lawyer. Interesting that you can make the two work because she blogs about law, but they're both lawyers. This could also be another blind date couple that I can see succeeding very well in the race. They probably are very professional in how they handle things, are very calculated in how they carry out tasks, being lawyers. So I think they're going to be able to communicate well.
Yeah, I believe in this couple. I think that not only are they both very intelligent, I think that they seem very ambitious. I also think that, I mean, I've never been married or gone through a divorce, but it sounds like she's really ready for an adventure after being married for so long. And I think it's really going to help her with him. I think she's going to be very much just like, whatever, I'm just having the time of my life. Like, I'm looking for something new. And so I think that's going to help them not only maybe as a dater couple, but doing well in the race as well.
You know, when I heard that she just recently got out of a divorce, I almost wanted to know who her ex-husband was, because I feel like when people get out of relationships like that, they want someone completely different. You know, a new taste in there, a new chapter in their world. And so I'm kind of curious to know who she was with previously, because if he is a completely different guy, then who knows, this could really go far. Because when people are, you know, come out of a situation or a tough situation, they're like, I want something completely new. I want to travel. I want to have fun. I don't want to worry about anything. I just want this new chapter in my life.
Right. I love them. But it's going to be interesting because they are from both different cultures, because, you know, we have the East Coast mentality and the West Coast mentality. So it'll be interesting to see if that ever comes out to play in the race. But I agree. I think this team will definitely do well.
I think they'd be smart. I would be surprised. They're kind of in the middle for me. I would be surprised if they go towards the final three, but I don't think they're going to be at first either. They're just kind of like, they're going to be good. That's what
they're going to hang in there.
They're going to hang in there for a while.
Let's talk about our last blind date couple.
The cutest.
Tyler, who, hello. Tyler's very handsome.
Rawr.
Tyler and Laura. We have Tyler, who's 26 from Santa Monica, California. He is the co-founder of Horse. And then we also have Laura, who's 29 from Los Angeles, and she's a talent booker. So they're both from the same city, LA, Southern California. And, you know, they're in their 20s, so I can see them doing pretty well together. They might be like a couple that I think will really be like, we want to try this out, but also win $1 million. So let's make this work.
They're one of the couples that I think, no matter how they do on the race, I could see them hanging out or dating after the race. You know, they're both very ambitious. I think that she says she's a little bossy, and I think that he will actually appreciate that a little bit, because he's a no-nonsense kind of guy, it seems like. Where I don't think she's going to be a big whiner like he was. That's what he said he hated. I think she's not a whiner. She's just like, let's do this. You know, very competitive.
He also said that he hates laziness, and she says that she works like 12 hours a day, even on the weekends. So she's a hard worker. She is the last thing for laziness. So I actually, not only are they the cutest couple, in my opinion, but I think that they could go far, and I think they're going to get along, and just like you said, maybe even hang out after the show.
The three top qualities that he looks for in a mate is that he looks for a girl that approaches life with a positive attitude, up for any adventure, and confident and comfortable in her own skin. And based on the interview I saw of Laura, I would say that pretty much sums her up in a nutshell. I think she's going to be someone that everyone's going to like and want to root for. And same with Tyler. You know, he's very hardworking. He's one of the co-founders of a company, so that's awesome right there. And going into three things that Laura looks for in an ideal mate is loving, genuine, and optimistic. And those are three things that I would get a vibe from Tyler. So I think they're going to be very successful.
And she said that her birthday is during the race. So I hope she makes it to her birthday, because that's always fun. It's a great way to celebrate
your
30.
birthday.
On the Amazing Race must be nice. It'll also kind of be fun to see with all the blind daters. I put in my notes, I wonder if we'll see any connections of one couple, one racer actually being like, okay, I don't like my racer, but they hit it off with this. I can't wait to see if maybe there's like a cross team where they're like, they have to still race with the person they don't like, but they really have fallen for someone on another team. Maybe that's just me being so dramatic and soap opera-ish, but like that would be so good.
I like it.
I would love to see that happen.
Oh, some flirting.
Especially if there's downtime at a roadblock, like you're not cheering for your partner because you're too busy flirting with someone else. This is why I'm excited. It's going to be very interesting to see how this element of the Amazing Race plays out. And I really can see a blind date team winning. I can see it happening. Yeah.
I also want to know if the dating couples are ready and then the blind couples, if they're almost going to be like their own two separate sides.
Yeah.
Like, let's support the dating.
Together, the alliance together. We'll have to see.
Oh, yeah, right.
Good point, right? Let's help out the other blind daters. Yeah, let's stick this together.
Like, let's get the real couples
let's
like to go
turn
far.
The real couple. Oh, I like it.
We'll see. I'm interested to see what your guys' draft picks are going to be.
I know.
Oh gosh, you guys always do this to me.
Let's take a moment to kind of review our notes. And in the meantime, Steven, if you could be a dear, and do you have a blank piece of paper over there that I can utilize?
Or just pick one person to have to go first.
I was going to say, I have an idea of, in the spirit of blind dates, we should draw one team at blind.
Oh.
To add to our roster.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, I like that idea.
Okay.
Let's play along
Here, you can use this if you want.
Are you sure?
This one, yeah.
Okay. I think it would make things very... Look at Justin's already worried. He's like,
I'm
just so I don't want to lose first place. But we're only going to draw blind date teams.
Okay.
To add to our roster, not the real relationships. Yeah.
All right. So in the meantime, then for the dating teams, while James is doing that, Jessica, do you want to pick your team first, or how do we? Do this?
Let's go. We can do Jess, me, then Justin, because you won.
Oh, okay. Who got last? I think you did get last.
I got last.
Drill, you pick first.
Okay, I get to pick first.
Just the dating couples, because James is doing something over there with blind dates.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the Olympians.
The Olympians. So you're going to go with Allie and Steve. They are marked off. Good choice.
That's
Jess.
really good
choice. Okay.
Damn it.
Allie and Steve. Okay.
So now James goes.
Okay, I am going to choose. I feel like it's a double-edged sword. They could either do really well or do really awful, but only because they're from Michigan, and that is my home state. I'm going to go with the roller derby couple, Rochelle and Mike. I'm going to add them to my team.
All right, you're going to do Rochelle and Mike?
Yeah.
So I am actually going to choose Matt and Ashley, the hairstylist from New York. I don't even know if they're going to make it past the first episode with their fighting, but they're just going to be so damn entertaining. You're going to want to cheer for them.
Yeah.
So they're on my team, Matt and Ashley.
All right. I think those are some great, solid choices for first.
There's still 3 dating couples left.
Hold on. We're going to do blind date, because you might want to have 2 blind date teams on your team. You never know. You know, otherwise.
Well, don't we have to finish? Okay.
Because there's going to be 2 teams left over.
Okay.
And it could be, I don't know.
So we choosing one blind date team now, or?
Let me write down. I should have been more prepared.
I'm so confused. Yeah, I was like, what's happening? So those that are listening right now or watching right now, we're just looking at James think of some game right now. But remember, for everyone else, this week and next week, you guys need to definitely let us know via Twitter or Facebook or YouTube which team you're on. Because last season, I had a lot of people that listened to the AfterBuzz show that were on Team Justin. And I hope they stay with me. So if you guys are on my team,
Team Jess,
just on the YouTube channel, the comments below, just put we're on Team Justin. Or you can tweet me, and what's the Twitter me? You can tweet me at Justin J. Nichols. But Jess, where can they find you if they're on your team?
All right, so if you're on Team Jess, you can hashtag Team Jess and tweet me at DressJessXO.
Oh, there's a hashtag now for it too?
Team
hashtag
Jess.
Team Jess?
Yeah.
All right, well then fine. Hashtag Team Justin is better. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Just Team Justin.
But you guys, actually, this is really exciting because the show premieres Wednesday night, and we'll be back on this week, Thursday.
We're just living here.
Yeah, we're basically living here at AfterBuzz. So make sure to tune in Thursday at 5?
I believe it's 4 now.
4. Thursday at 4 p.m. because we want to hear what you guys thought of the first episode and whose team you're on.
Deal. Yes. Now, Jess, we're back. Now, if you're confused, we're now going to choose blindly the blind date couples. James has put the names into a bag. We cannot see them. Jessica, who did you draw?
I got Jeff and
Jackie.
Oh,
the ones we thought were going to totally implode. Have fun with that. All right, I reached into the bag right now. Thank God I did not get Jeff and Jackie. Instead, I got Tyler and Laura.
You want to trade?
Heck no. Tyler and Laura, I also have the hair. I'm gonna just win. Just give me the points right now.
Oh,
I have this one already.
And
two
I
great
got
teams.
Jelani and Jenny.
Oh, that we said they were gonna go far too.
Yeah, they are gonna be a good team, James. So Jess kind of fell in that one.
Great.
Well, hold on though. So is there enough teams to?
We're gonna each have to pick one more, and then there's 2 left over.
Okay.
Okay.
So Jess,
And it could be a blind date couple or a dating couple.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, go Jess.
I'm gonna do the pilot, the Jeff and Lyda.
Okay.
Alrighty. Ooh, I'm torn.
I think go for it.
Because I feel like if I don't pick this team, you're gonna pick this team, and that's what makes me nervous. Because I think they're gonna do well.
I'm gonna go for a wild card. So I don't know.
Oh gosh.
You might be manipulating me right now, because I would like to choose Bergen and Kurt, but I love Blair and Haley because I think Haley's the cutest thing in the world. So I'm gonna pick Blair and Haley.
No! That's who I was gunning for, and I said wild card so that you wouldn't think I
knew
wanted
you did
Blair
that.
and Haley.
He's a little trickster.
Oh, okay. So I am not going to choose Bergen and Kurt. Sorry, boys.
Oh,
and
no.
I'm also not going to choose Lebia and CJ. I don't know. I'm going to have to stick with Harley and Jonathan.
Good call.
From New Kids on the Block.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I don't predict them to win actually, but I do think that they've been together a long time. I think they can go pretty far. So
Yeah.
point wise, I'm gonna go with them. So that means that we did not choose any of us. Sorry, Lebia and CJ. They were not chosen by any team, nor was Bergen and Kurt. Now, James, you had mentioned though we're gonna do a little twist this season.
Yes.
What was the twist?
So since there are 2 teams left over, I feel like last year the points got so wide amount, it was just no way for anyone to catch up. That this year with CJ and Bergen's teams, we should have them be on everyone's fantasy team. So
Yeah.
whatever we predict for our teams, we'll also predict for CJ and
Okay.
Libby and Bergen and Kurt.
Hold on, I lost you. I thought we were doing it halfway through. If we don't like a teammate, we can kick him out of our roster and sub
Well,
him in.
yes, but in the meantime, in order for us to gain extra points, I think it would be best if we were all fair with 4 teams, but utilizing CJ and Libby and Bergen and Kurt. So they're not left out of the fantasy runnings.
All right, you just let me know what I do next week. And that's fine. All right, so there we go.
So in the meantime, Jess, you have Allie and Steve, Jackie and Jeff, Jeff and Lyda. Justin, you have Matt and Ashley, Tyler and Laura, Harley and Jonathan, and then I have Rochelle and Mike, Jelani and Jenny, and Blair and Haley.
Hashtag Team Justin.
Hashtag Team Jess.
Hashtag Team James. All right, you guys. Justin, where can they find you on social media?
Yeah, I think I mentioned it earlier as far as who's on Team Justin, but even if you're not on my team, I would love to hear from you. You can find me on all platforms at Justin J. Nichols, Nichols.
And you can find me at DressJessXO.
And you can find me at James Wallington on Twitter, at Mr. James Wally on Instagram, and Where's Wallington on YouTube,
Yay.
my vlogs. And until next time, which will be Thursday, you guys have a great week, and Triple J has missed all of you.
Yes. Thank you guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.